So today we're going to do sets. Sets is a group or collection of objects. It's pretty much called a set. A set is anything. It can be the set of the alphabet. It can be a set of numbers. But every element or the elements are the objects that belong to a set. So for our first example, we have list the elements of the set of the days of the week. Well, we only have how many days in a week? 7. So it would be Monday, I'm not writing these all out, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That would be listing the elements of the days of a week. Okay? Now, when we start to look at more intricate things, such as lists, let me see what it says. Write the set of elements of all natural numbers less than 9, right? So if we recall, natural numbers are all positive numbers. So if we list the elements of this set, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We would not include 9 because we're talking about the numbers less than 9, not equal to or less than equal to 9. So pay attention to the verbiage that might be given, okay? Now, if we move along, we have the union. The union is to combine both sets together, and we only list it once. The intersection is the list of the elements that has in common, okay? The complement is every element that is in the universal set, which is the big set of all of the elements that is not in the given set. And we'll go through that. And the complement is an actual asterisk mark. The 0 with a line through it is considered to be the null set, or some people call it an empty set. An empty set is just what it means. It has no elements whatsoever. So, you know I like to use some fancy-dancy examples. So, let's say we have Amy and Bob. Amy and Bob like to date. Amy likes to travel. She goes to the movies. She likes to eat, go outdoors, and cook. Then we have Bob. Bob likes sports, video games, cook, and travel. So, if we do A union B, this U indicates a union. So, what does that mean? So, we would list everything of these elements. So, it would be travel, we'll use it for a T. Movies, we'll use it for an M. Eating, we'll use it for an E. Outdoors, we'll use it for an O. Cooking, we would use it for a C. And then we would go to Bob. We would start to list his elements, which would be sports, video games. But wait a minute, we already have what? Cooking, so we don't need to list that again. And we already have travel, so we don't need to list that again. And that will complete our set. So A union B will be to just list everything in both sets, but do not repeat. Now, A intersection B, right, is the upside down U, and A intersection B is the reason why Bob and Amy got together. There had to be something in common that they liked. So what did Amy and Bob like together? They both like to travel together, and they both like to cook together. And that is the reason why they got together, okay? So a union is putting everything together, right? Intersection is what they had in common, right? And think of it also, if you're moving in with somebody, do you bring 2 couches? No, you just bring what? 1 couch, right? And the reason why you moved in together is the reason why what? Because you had some things in common, okay? Now, if I go to now a for real example, we have this universal set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, CP, right? And again, the universal set is the big set that is listing all of the elements of this possible set. Then we have a miniature set called set A, which is 1, 2, 3, and C. Then we have set B, which is 2, 3, 9, P. So if I want to do A union B at this point, then we would do just 1, 2, 3, C, 9, and P. Okay? Then, if we want to do A intersection B, then we would also have to look at what they have in common. So what does A and B have in common here? Well, they have, yes sir, a 2 and a 3, right? Yep. And then that would be that, right? So it's literally what they have in common in putting the two sets together. Now, if we get to the complement, right? The complement, A complement, that's what we call it, A complement. I would actually say, all right, what was my definition? We will list all the elements of the universal set that is not in the set A. So we would cancel out A, we would cancel out 2, we would cancel out 3, and we would cancel out C. So the complement of A would be 4, 5, 6, and P. Okay? So again, you have to use your universal set and see what can cancel out. Now, I think if we do one more, I don't think we'll end up with, let me give you a set C, just making something up. Let's say we have 4, 5, and 6, right? So if I wanted to do A intersection C, right? Well, does A and C have anything in common? No, they do not. So this would be considered to be a empty set. And that's how we would use that term, okay? My last example would be a Venn diagram. A Venn diagram tells you what is in common. And I will do that for our next video.